were available to them because we don't want to do what everyone else is doing. So we look, first of all, I have to say Colombia has the most advanced legislation in the world on internal displacement. And it is clear the legislation alone could not provide the environment. A lot of groups out there on internal displacement focus on legislation, how to make sure the legislation covers this or covers that, but that's really providing the environment what is not, whether or not the means, the will, or the circumstances to put that forward. So we look at the help that international institutions and the government were giving to internally displaced people to survive in the cities specifically. And we found that there are three ways people can survive, can generate income: employment, self-employment, and cooperation to produce something. Employment is very difficult considering there's a high unemployment rate and because of what we just said. Self-employment, you need to have the skills, you need to have the funds, you need to have the customers. The government and international institutions have focused on providing the skills. So they have provided extensive training in what you can imagine, how to develop this, how to produce this, how to get together, how to. And especially in cities like Bogota, they spend their days going from one training to the other one. So we spoke to the internally displaced and we said, what do you think we can do? You have the training, there's no point in giving you education. Aid, it's 4 million people, money doesn't go that far. What can we do? And they say, well, we have the products to get us customers. So we thought, well, that's perfect. We can find customers for you. And we started developing a project to achieve that, to be able to create a market, to find a market in the UK that match a product of very, very vulnerable people. And to do that, we had to develop, with our students, the students in this group developed so many skills. They have to do legal research, they have to work in marketing, advertisement, publicity, they have to work in funding because we cannot run nothing. We have to have events, awareness, we have to, the research in the legal area was extensive, thinking about exports, imports, what sort of training was needed. We learned, we started adding people because we realized the amount of work that we had ahead. We ended up with, at some stage, with 47 students working full time. Then we went back to 35. But we're a large group working permanently, developing skills to help people. I've been talking a lot, and I haven't even looked at my notes, so I'm just going to go back to where to make sure I'm not missing anything. So, yes. So our aim was to sign contracts, make sure that they would sign a contract with a company in the UK that would provide income for a long period, not a month, but probably 6 months or a year. In order to that, we realized that we needed to provide training, but not just the how-to training that people are provided, but specific training for the specific contract. So in the case of the Ayuda community that produce wonderful jewelry, we need to talk about training product design because people don't buy twice the same necklace. We need to talk about how to help them to westernize, probably the wrong way of putting it, but make it likable to European market, their products. We had to make sure they have accounting and finance skills in order to be able to, when they contract with the companies, to make sure they have their accounts right, they don't get into illegal trouble. We have to teach them about exports, imports, certifications, all of this. So we started focusing on that training, and at the same time in the UK, we started doing marketing. We shifted samples, we provided with some money, and those samples were made into a catalog. We had photographers, we have models, we have a team of people looking for companies that are willing to buy these necklaces, and with excellent response. And we're there, and we're almost there. We still need to sign the contract. We still need to provide a bit more training, but we've developed incredibly well. and we've learned so much. So the question, I mean, what's happened now is that for different organizations from the government, from Acción Social, it's supporting us. We have the support from ASCUN, which is the Association of Colombian Universities. They want to do a partnership with Project Ayuda in order to supply as well further training for future projects. And we also have been helped by different, for Bruti from Fruit Espiritu, who's been extremely helpful with advice from different companies that have given them they're giving us their expertise, and that will continue giving us their expertise. We have a team of designers in the US from the University of Houston as well that are willing to give more training in jewelry. And there are so many things. We have also we're looking to make a partnership with the Network on Internally Displaced Women in Colombia. Our Amelia Abril, who is the head of that network and represents 70,000 women, wants us to help their women, so we're going to make that partnership. How do we see the future? Just to finish, we thought about it. The project has been a success, and other institutions want to do, other universities want to start this project. So we thought we all have the knowledge because we worked extremely hard throughout the year, developed the skills. So what we can do now is we're going to create a board of advisors. You could call it a board of advisors, by which all of us were going to expand the project into different universities. Universities themselves are going to handle the project. We're gonna hoping to do a partnership with a university in Colombia. So each university will have a partner university, and the group in Colombia will work with the Colombian part, because I know that's quite difficult. It was difficult for me. And the group in England will work with the English market. And the way to expand is that some people are going to have the work that we all did is going to be divided in the Colombian university, in the British university, and we will be there to support the process. So they will contact us and say, we need training. We call us SCUN and say, we need training on this area. The university in Colombia provided. We need a group of women that produce this because this is what we found in the market. Then we call the Network of Internally Displaced Women, and they provided us. What this has shown me since the last 12 months or less that we've been working on this is that people do care. People do want to make a difference. And everyone, every company, every organization that we have contacted has supported us fully. So in a way there is hope. Maybe what we're missing is ideas. So even if to all the people that are here,